Awfully convenient, right? But
Makoto, big news! Big news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoko!
What? Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Rebel Justice showed up too.
Rebel Justice?
It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Wait, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
To think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. And wearing the costume.
you know,
if
if
he
there
was
is
a
an
killer,
accomplice,
he is.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kyoko has an
Yeah.
alibi.
All the way over there and I'm over here.
But not for anything.
But not for anything else.
Don't worry about you.
Kyoko and
Phew, man, I have had the worst day.
Tell me about it.
Hiro?
God.
Fuck.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
I still can't believe you kicked me. Harsh. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
That's
You don't
creepy.
have a face.
Anyway,
You're a
Kyoko,
costume
where have you
bro.
been all this time?
Where have you been
Just
all my
disappeared all
life?
of a sudden without a trace.
There was something I had to check up on.
What do you mean?
There was something I
Never mind.
Every time I
Can't
look
never
at
mind.
Never.
her
It's nothing.
name, all I
More
think is like,
importantly,
I'd like to
says
buy an
that,
eye.
but does she have
Yes,
any
there
idea?
are 4
Does she know
eyes.
people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
first of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
Oh, I mean, I have no idea. One second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Well,
Let
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make
Got
this
it all
stupid
wrong.
friggin' thing.
There's
It
a
would
clasp on the
seem-
back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you could get it off on your own.
That means he
we
couldn't
don't
get it
really
on
have
on
a
his
choice.
own either.
Let's help him.
It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off.
Whoa, free last!
There he is.
Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro? More to the point, So then- nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Wait,
Exactly
what?
what she said.
Hold on a sec.
Don't bother trying
Honestly.
to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro.
Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Good idea.
the
We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
I love her sound
Sign
bites.
me
Let me
up!
up!
Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
He may be a
That's right.
suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed
What?
them.
Killed who? I am crying! I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero
You're
running
the only one who
around.
can wear the costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
He's not really being a
Without
jerk,
missing a
he's
bit,
just trying
Anna
to say he
started
didn't
putting on the
murder
Rebel
anyone.
Justice
Yeah.
costume.
See, look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on.
Small ultra
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
Telling you, it wasn't me.
And
I believe
not to
him.
mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
So he couldn't have
That's
got
not
down
a
picked
very
anybody
nice
up and
thing
carried
to
him away, then,
say.
could he?
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb
I gotta say,
costume.
You know,
Ultramax
Huff,
is dumb.
Hina took the suit back off
Ultramax
again.
is pretty dumb. Okay, hot rod forever.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then
Makoto, go ahead.
penis weight
Okay.
would
Makoto's like
shift the...
fucking-
Against my will, I
Three.
picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no
But
good.
he's
The arms are too
also
long.
tiny.
There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See, I told you it's impossible. But Makoto's like the
You are
smallest dude
absolutely
here.
right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
Then there's
But-
another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but it fits them.
If you insist
Honestly.
on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
Evidence? Heck?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Who cares?
Just the
Hiro's
worst.
the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. which is how
That's
we know it was
terrible.
him.
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone like tell me? I've been fucking totally passed out.
I actually know how he feels.
We called it robo justice.
Why is everyone yelling? I was sleeping. If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it?
Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi.
What? 2 people?
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not. I'm crying. I'm over it. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How
that's
about
it.
that?
I know who did it.
You may as well tell us then.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least
Which means alter
30%
ego
right.
and or Chiro must have done it.
I see.
Correct.
That's unfortunate.
Huh? Unfortunate.
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. Oh, I know that note.
So then.
No?
Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here is what it said.
Hiro didn't kill people today.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember was going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Not
Just
a
the
chance.
No,
So-
hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
What? Huh? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Have you?
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They printed out my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
Well, you
Don't be
should buy it.
mean.
Just
Okay,
a
then show us
second.
the note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket. It looks like I
way.
lost it.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note?
I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck? For serious a reason?
Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins.
Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did
We
it.
don't know who did it. Shut up.
Damn, Hina.
Why did you kill them?
Seems awfully
Tell us,
suspicious.
Hiro.
I don't know why.
No, it's like I said.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you.
If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet don't fail me now.
I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye.
One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second?
Don't peel away just yet.
I want you to help me with
Does
the
the part in
investigation.
my hair look like butt cheeks?
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground.
Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
No.
You reject me so simply.
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do
I kind of
you?
do now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Shall we
now
go?
then, shall we?
Follow my ass head.
Hello.
Ding dong bing bong.
That's
Is it time for the
it.
trial?
I think we got it.
I think we do
You can have enough
Guys,
evidence?
I'm not ready.
Hello.
Are you excited? Are you
Pumped.
No.
It's time for
No.
the class trial
It's
to
already time, ladies and
begin.
gentlemen.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make
I
your
don't
way
wanna.
to the red door on the first floor of the school.
Is that your Monokuma?
Alright, guys,
voice?
you heard
Your face?
Monokuma.
I'm nervous about this one, you guys. I think this is the
Alright.
hardest one of all.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine
seems
the
awfully
results.
calm.
If you can figure out
He is acting brand new.
I'm chilled
then
out.
only they will receive punishment.
But if you pick the wrong one,
We get to leave
then
anyway.
I'll punish everyone.
No,
This
you're
makes
wrong.
the black and
No,
the
that's
one,
wrong.
the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
Yeah.
we don't know.
There's no
He
way
does not
Zero,
have an
though.
alibi for when the murder
What's
took
that?
place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it. You killed
Oh,
them.
these two are
I
gonna be
didn't.
a pain in
Someone
my
knocked me
ass,
out.
aren't they?
I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth. Murder.
I believe you.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say,
Touche.
Hiro, but we do have
You know
evidence.
what? It might be
We do?
Celeste too.
For the
She's way
suit.
too calm.
Nope.
Parts we assume were used to build it,
Okay,
and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
setup.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Like, I get all that, but it seems way too convenient for us to find all this evidence that points to Hiro. It just screams of him getting framed.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Oh boy.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Believe
don't
you, Hiro. I'm
know.
gonna get you out of this. Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
All right.
Here we go.
What's our first truth
So
bullets?
many
Make
people
your
are
arguments.
dead.
Charm, I'm already a seasoned veteran at this game. Yasu,
Alright, so we
Hiro,
gotta find someone talking trash
Yes,
about the
here's
message.
my
Bullets and, so
Alright.
we'll do that later.
Everything we found in your room,
Yeah, that's true.
the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
I don't think
Hiro,
he's wrong.
why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
How much
we
here
missed
to
it.
shoot is
Second
there?
time.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Is it we found in
It's
your
probably
room?
the blueprints, yeah.
Oh.
Everything we found in your room.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were gonna bring up.
The suit parts.
What's wrong, girl? Gotta get out of here.
fast.
Break.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
No, we're not.
What do you mean?
Makoto's surrounded by dead
take
people.
a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter
Yeah, that
Ego
pen
dispute.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Wait a minute. Am I stupid? Did he just say alter ego out in public in front of Monokuma? Wait. Okay, is that not gonna be a problem? I thought we were trying to keep it secret.
The handwriting's obviously different. Wouldn't
I
you
mean,
say?
it looks like my handwriting, but
When you
still.
compare it to the blueprints,
Jacked up.
There's no
that
way
for
you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made
Yeah.
it a point to disguise their handwriting.
But then it was in his room.
Why would they do that?
So what was the point of that?
bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting
What about
anyway.
that?
That's Hiro.
So Makoto,
I'm a dumbass,
saying you don't
Very
think Hiro's the
clever to
culprit?
use your own stupidity.
He's not the only one. I think Hero's
Like
innocent.
being rock
Who
solid.
was in that Robo Justice suit?
He was definitely in the Robo
Is it like
Justice
Hiro
one.
said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I don't
The
think so.
suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
It was
Why the hell are you
Hiro.
asking me? I have no
I think
idea.
it was Hiro.
And of course he passes it off to me.
Who was in the Robo Justice suit?
Suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suits.
I got the Illuminati.
The Illuminati is
Come on,
right.
just because he was in the suit doesn't mean he
anyone
killed
else
anybody.
it could have been.
doesn't matter who was
the
in the
one in
suit.
that particular suit, and we never found any kind of.
Nobody ever saw you.
But obviously, they're so dumb. He couldn't get out of the suit on his own.
So
Somebody put him in the suit, and he
That's
couldn't
probably
bend
gonna
his
come
waist.
off.
Yeah.
Anything else about the
Then
suit?
there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
But
That doesn't make any sense. You've just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Exactly.
So what
agree
you're
with this.
saying is,
That's right.
That he is the culprit, but he's not the suit of the robot in the Justice that didn't have the suspicious.
That makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo Justice suit.
Red herring.
Uh-huh.
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
Sure.
So
What
let's
is
get
it?
that out of the way.
how big
Hey,
is your
stop
butt? That's what I
trying to
need to
boss
know,
us
right?
around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation
I know
for
what it
Taka's
is.
lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain
It was that dolly
particular
thing.
items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Of course I can.
Things that were used to
Goddamn
move
genius.
Taka's body. They
We
must
already
have
figured
been.
this out.
Yeah.
The repository dolly.
Right.
I got it!
Nice.
Still one more thing.
By myself. No,
Blue
you
tart.
Okay, I think it has to be the tart.
Blue tarp.
I got it.
Go!
They
Man, I'm
were
on fire today.
a dolly and a tarp,
I
right?
know, he looks
I
like he's
got it.
lost in thought.
What's wrong? I got it.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think
So
of him standing
let's
there.
see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yeah.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
That's like 5'11" versus 6 feet right there.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Right.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yeah, they put the bodies on the dolly and then
I'm
just
sure
moved
the
the
dolly
body
was
in
in
like
the
a shopping
equipment
cart.
room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
It was originally in the repository,
Later,
though.
when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Right?
so did the dolly.
My thing is,
In other
why
words,
did they wipe
you
Hifumi's
think
glasses
they
with
used the
blood?
dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
No, I'm not mistaken.
Are
No, I'm
you
not mistaken. There's
absolutely
tire marks in
positive
the
the
blood.
dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yes.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the
Yeah, but
repository
since the
and
students
the
are the
art
only
room.
one there, who could have
It would
moved the
be
dolly for a
very
different
strange
purpose?
indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection.
There's
How do you
blood
respond?
stain on the
guess we
ground.
gotta
There is
slide
no
the facts.
shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much.
Damn,
from
Celeste.
you.
I'd like to point out, Celeste, that Makoto has solved the previous 2 cases. When idiots like you were trying to pin the crime on Genocide Jack and first I got me, Makoto. Yeah.
and ourselves.
So if not for Makoto, you'd all be dead.
No, I think
We
her
have all
little
accepted
curly
the
swirl
fact
pigtails
that you
are too
rarely
tight because
understand what is
Makoto
going
saw
on
2
around
cases
you.
already.
Wow.
Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can
That's-
change your mind.
With
If I can
ass
just
kicking.
explain to them
That's
that the
her
dolly must have
weakness.
been
That's
moved
how
from
she
the
shows she's lying.
causing it.
We'll see.
Well, I'll try to.
Oh wait. Oh, it's this.
probably gonna fail
I
this.
didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah.
Really dislike this one. I don't know why.
Tempo up! Oh, shit, dude! Oh my god!
Blood stain back.
This should prove it. This should prove it.
Broke it off.
Oh, thanks.
I'm so impressed right
You're
now.
asking
got
for
all
proof
my
that the
skills
dolly
in
moved.
bullet time battle.
I have it
Not a
right
big deal.
here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Right.
Well, I can't just say that.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably
sorry,
rolled
guys.
the dolly
I
through
did
the
not
blood on
mean to
accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
You go,
So
Makoto.
there's
Yeah,
my proof
get
that the
it.
dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Oh, you got owned, Celeste.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
No, well,
Well,
she's gonna
anyway.
die.
That was just something we had to get out of the way.
Miyagi
Let's
does
get
not
back to
care
the main
all.
subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we've had our Dance Dance Revolution
Robo
break.
Justice
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Oh, now
Because
you
if
believe
it's
that?
not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
That's the
I'd be
way
happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become
can't bend it at the
immediately
waist.
obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
There would have been blood on the suit. It couldn't have been at the waist. Like there's
Make
so
your
many
arguments.
Make your argument.
Robo Justice costume.
Robo Justice costume. It didn't have a handle. They couldn't have bent over.
Yeah, couldn't get out of the
Lock in.
suit.
Let's go.
Couldn't bend at the waist.
If you're not locked in, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just about
As
to
we
start
know,
right now.
Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, The body was moved to the repository, correct?
Correct. The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp.
No, you're wrong.
Then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah. But even without a handle, all you'd have to
Bend
do
over,
is
shoot it.
bend
Oh,
over.
I'm just doing it because
Take that!
Yeah.
No.
Well done.
I mean, yeah. If I
Bend
see something, I'm
over.
jumping on it.
He's not
You're
wrong,
absolutely
but
right.
that's
that
where
you
the
could
problem.
push a dolly without a
Well,
handle
yeah, but
if
that's
you stoop
the
down
specific
low.
point that we need
But
to.
if you were
Yeah.
wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Justice was a
What do you
little
mean?
pickle.
What do you
to what
mean?
you
You
said
were
when
the
we were all
one
checking out
that
the
wore the
suit
costume
together.
and
Remember?
figured out I couldn't bend over.
Yeah.
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
You right.
Now that you mention it.
You right, Makoto. You right about that one, big dog.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Didn't we
When you
just
can't
say
even
though?
see your feet?
Exactly.
You really think someone could
Sit
kick
down.
the dolly all
Yeah,
that
we'll
way?
hear some noise.
Without drawing
It'd be
attention.
totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure
All right,
myself.
shut up. God. Oh,
On
stop.
top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Oh, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
But you can't.
There's absolutely no chance that the costume
You can't
was taken
take it off
just
by
from the body.
yourself.
Because
Which is why you can never take it off.
Come on!
I don't think taking off the suit was an option.
I'm going 20
Remember-
for 20 in this episode. I'm not getting anything wrong.
I know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own.
Slap on
We
the
don't
back.
really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then that's true. You really can't take it off by yourself? No. Hero wasn't just making it up.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
It's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly.
Really, really true.
Right.
Looks like
Whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Why am I starting to think that it's Celeste?
Yes, she is.
You
does that
all
have to
got
do
a good
anything?
look at it, did you not?
So
The
it's probably
image
him
of
carrying the suit
Hifumi
in.
being dragged away by Robo Justice?
I
If whoever
guess.
was in that
holding arms
suit
onto
is not the
himself,
culprit,
probably.
how do you explain that?
That's true.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt?
That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Oops, sorry. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Desperate Celeste.
Yeah.
Get
I don't know
desperate.
about that, Celeste.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, that's gotta be
I mean,
right.
Hifumi did say Hero's
Hold on a
name right
second.
before he died.
It's
but
still far
still.
too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's
Right.
no hurry to decide who did it. Before we
It's not
rush
like
to
all
a
our lives are
verdict,
on the line right now.
shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one
Maybe it's not
viewpoint,
Celeste, though.
the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
She's super
I mean, she
suspicious.
knows.
Perhaps,
She touched
but
Hifumi's
where do we
butt.
go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get
Do
to
it.
find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
True.
All right then. Let's take another look
Kyoko's
back
like-
at what happened.
I think she was looking for the
suppose
laptop.
We could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody
It's my
else
only
showed
complaint
up.
about this game.
So we
I
went to
love
look
this
for
game.
everyone.
I love everything
That was
about it
around
except for
8
this.
a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
Took a picture of it.
I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
If you're unconscious for
Celeste
that
is kind of
long,
sus to me right
That's
now.
when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Right.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice.
What
It
a
also
weird
soon
name.
became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted
How do you know
Hifumi.
that though?
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our
Yeah, we're
search
going
for the
over
suspect.
everything.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
I saw something.
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
I don't think
When
anyone else
Celeste
ever
told us
caught.
that, we
ever
decided
caught
to
view of
split
what
up
she
and search
saw,
the second
did they?
floor. And
Maybe
soon
she was
after
trying to
that,
throw everybody
I saw
off and get
someone
them to go
moving
away
around
so
on
she
the
could move
third
the body.
floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costume man. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Wait, nobody really saw Robo-Justice but Celeste.
I just her stuff just doesn't.
I think it's Celeste.
Just doesn't add up for me.
What was that?
That doesn't mean
That
she's
came
guilty
from
yet.
downstairs. It must
We
have
don't have any
been.
proof.
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
Well, Celeste
At that
was
point,
up
we
there when
decided to
Hifumi
divide
died.
up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got
now
back to the
I'm
nurse's
really
office,
starting to wonder
we
who
found
did it.
Hifumi dead.
Or
And
was
that's
he?
when we
Even though
heard
he
the
came back
body
to life.
discovery announcement.
Or so we thought.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back
But they
to
also
the
found
third
the body
floor
upstairs at the
to
same
let
time.
the others know what had happened.
Come on, think, Jay, think.
meanwhile,
found his body.
we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
That was the
We
death.
must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement
But did
not
both
long
messages
after
go
we
off at the same
discovered
time? I
his
can't
body.
remember now.
It's frustrating me because I have no clue.
We know
That's
Hifumi
when
is
I told you
all
guys
up in it.
about
We just don't know who.
Then the
for sure
3 of us
other
headed for the
person is.
nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Running all over the place, the game.
Back and
This
forth.
can't
They
be
wouldn't run around
happening.
and give
Are
him
we
a body.
hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we
voice.
discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered
Celeste
the
is
corpses.
finding everything out before anybody else. Now I'm very suspicious of her again.
I think that about covers it.
Right?
He's been finding out every
The
single
whole
thing.
thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
It does a
But
bit,
it
though,
certainly
doesn't it?
seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate
Okay,
situation.
I agree.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Phoenix
Now then,
Wright style.
let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case,
I have to find them, no matter
no
what.
matter what.
Okay, contradictions. I don't have many hearts left because I blew them all in that event. Monokuma file number 3.
Monokuma file number
One
3.
object, right?
Monokuma file
Died
In the second
number
game, they give you way
Way?
more truth bullets.
3. Number 3.
You have to like cycle through
So,
them.
regarding Taka's
Regarding
death,
Taka's death,
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We
Or maybe
already
at the
know
same
what
time.
order they were killed in.
No,
Taka
we
came
don't.
last
No, I don't think
How
so.
do we know
what
that?
makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
No, wait
It's
a minute,
true
no.
that Hifumi was killed
could
with
be used to
Justice
build
Hammer
laws
3,
like us.
while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
Should've hit the
So
other
it's
one.
obvious Taka came after.
Maybe I don't use the Monokuma file. Maybe
It's
I
gotta be the number.
Don't I have the ability to like absorb?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before.
I think it's
Hifumi.
the first
Or
one.
perhaps it was after?
We already know the order.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure what to shoot here.
Taka came last.
Shoot! What makes you say that?
Shit. Oh wait, you know what?
Because
I
of the
think I know
numbering
what
of
it
the
is.
justice
Let me
hammers.
look at that.
No, we
Got it!
I forgot about that.
Shot it at.
Forgot all about that.
Damn, I'm
No,
getting good
we
at
took. We spot a contradiction in their
Hold on.
statements.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Exactly.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but
Yes,
in reality,
super
Taka
genius.
was killed before Hifumi?
Yeah.
Honestly, I hadn't
Okay,
thought
then.
about it until
Let's
they
see the
just
proof.
hinted at it.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time
wristwatch.
he must have died.
This is watch.
The watch.
Because
Let me
watch
just do
on
this.
He died earlier than Hifumi. Hangman's Gambit.
Hangman's
Because
Gambit. Weird
Now I
minigames always throw me off. 'cause I
It's
forget
right
how to
there.
play
Oh,
that.
it was right
It takes so long to get back to him. Like,
You win.
I've got it.
I have one heart
Taka's
left. It's over for
wristwatch.
me.
Who calls
See?
it a wristwatch
Look,
nowadays?
It's broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
If that's the case, does that mean the first death announcement we heard was for
hey, you all, you'll
Taka?
keep us waiting. He pointed at his wristwatch. It's 10 o'clock, so 10 p.m. is still working, so it had to happen at 6
so
a.m.
if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the
So
other
the
incidents
numbering
took
of
place.
the hammers doesn't even mean
That simple
anything
fact
because
slipped
Celeste
past
had
all of
Justice
us.
Hammer number 1.
We made the wrong assumption about the order of
Even though
events,
Taka was
all
the first
because
one
of those
dead.
Justice hammers.
Not me.
Clever.
Exactly
Damn.
why the
If there
culprit
is
was the
truth
numbers
then
on
in
each
Taka's
You know what? I
hammer
think it
and
was
had an
less.
increase in
This changes
size.
everything.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
That's true.
Because when he
Right.
was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Take the first one.
Right.
But someone got him on the
With
second
him,
one.
at least, we're all safe.
What was that?
Huh?
Another flashback?
Oh, what was that?
I'm still suspecting
That came from
Celeste,
downstairs. It must have been.
but It's only because she's been acting. so
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. We already read this.
Yeah.
Let's not read the flashbacks anymore.
This is her little bit
When
of
we
a
heard
voice acting in
Hifumi
this
screaming, we
episode.
were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
I know! They must
She
have
was passed out
recorded
half
him
the time.
screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
That's a good theory,
That's true.
but I don't
Where's
think
the
that's
tape?
When hours.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock
I mean, that
solid
could happen,
alibis
though.
for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed
So maybe he
him.
wasn't hit
And
again.
it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
My gut
And then
instinct, guys,
there's
is
the
telling me that
disappearance
she's
of
in on it.
Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Again,
Well, don't
coincidentally.
forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have
That's
done the
why
same
I
with
was thinking it was
Hifumi's body.
Sakura at first.
Because,
I think
as
it
we
was
just
Hifumi.
established,
Think it was
she was
Hifumi?
passed
Yes,
out
I
in
think
the
he killed
equipment
Taka
room
out
when
of
his body
jealousy for
disappeared.
alter ego.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible
look so
that
pleased
any
with
of
yourself.
us
I'm
could have
so
killed
pleased
Hifumi
with myself.
or moved either
Golly.
of their bodies.
Are
On
we
the other
sure about
hand,
that, though?
Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared. So they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
We can't get
So
fixated
instead
on who
of
did
who,
it, especially now that
I
I'm being
propose we
accused.
start talking about how.
I'm down with
In
that.
particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
He got his ass up and
That's
ran
true.
upstairs.
We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
And the washed off hammer is
We
the
could
one
not
that
have
was
been gone
really
for more
used
than
to
a
kill
minute or
Taka
two, though.
So then
Now
the
we're
killer
gonna
was
have
able
to
to get
narrate
in
all
and
the
move
flashbacks.
Hifumi's body
Oh,
in
sorry,
that
I
short
already
amount of time.
forgot.
It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1
Disappointed.
minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man,
Yeah.
He's also really sweaty
There's no
too.
way. I said this before,
It'd
but I
be
think the only one who
impossible.
could have even managed it was
Well,
Sakura, and it wouldn't be quick.
What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible
I mean, obviously
possible?
it happened because Hifumi's body got moved.
How?
So it wasn't impossible.
If the dead body were to move itself.
Thank goodness
shit.
I'm not crazy. That's exactly
The
what
dead
happened.
body moved on its own?
Wow, I'm very proud of myself.
Not another.
I don't think it has anything
Is
to
it
do
because
with the
Hifumi was
occult.
still kind of
I
alive,
think
so
what
he
she's
got up and moved on
implying
his
is
own?
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
I mean, if he was dead, why would he woke
Maybe
up
like
and
my
check on him and be
terrible-
like, oh, wait, I remember
Great.
something.
No, no.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of
Did
the
she
nurse's
forget?
office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps
but
he
remember
was
what happened in
simply
the art room?
playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Sure it is.
The idea
He
that
was
Hifumi
alive.
was still alive.
Tell me why it's not
Is it really possible? Why would he be playing
Yes,
dead?
because they found
So
Taka
somebody
at the
doesn't
same
come in and
time.
finish
sake,
the job
you
and
guys,
make
do I
it more
really have
dead
to
dead?
show
I'm not making this
thinking?
fun for anyone. I apologize.
Ready?
Okay, let's pay
Look at
attention,
wristwatch.
guys.
No, it's fun watching you figure it out.
Are you saying that when we first found
Is it?
Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Yeah,
Okay.
it
there's
is.
a chance he was actually still alive?
Yeah.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
I just love
Without a
that you
doubt.
have the one bullet and you
I
don't
mean,
know
he
when
did come
to
back
use
to
it,
life
so
a
you're just
little bit.
waiting. Like,
Yeah, how do you
Surely
know
you
it?
heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Yeah, but maybe Monokuma was
Hifumi's
tricked.
dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to
That's true.
signal
Why not
someone
try to
else's
counter that?
discovery.
Sorry.
Oh, dang it!
I was just messing around.
I need to
think,
switch.
okay.
Are
I
you
need to
saying
get
that when we
Kyoko's
first found
statement-
Hifumi in the nurse's office,
There's
Hang on.
No. Hifumi
I
was dead,
think-
and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead, and that is.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Got it!
It
Okay.
is impossible.
Someone
Hifumi
else's
was dead,
And you
discovery.
know that how?
Yeah, so watch this.
Surely
I got
you
another
heard the
bullet
body
in the
discovery
chamber.
I might have this
announcement.
backwards.
Hifumi's dead
There you go.
body had been.
Boom!
Yeah, it is right. It is kind of weird, right?
Damn, I'm getting
You
too
wouldn't
good at
think you'd be able to
this!
use it because it hasn't been said yet.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made?
I mean, we already
really
know
intended
that
for
it wasn't
Hifumi?
him. I wish I could
That's
just
it.
like
That's what I was
stick
hoping
my
to go to.
The
brain in here
announcement
and be
played
like,
right
look, this
after
is
we
what I know.
discovered his body.
Maybe.
Come on, now!
But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. Sick.
It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for
Yeah, man.
Hifumi or Taka.
First of all,
Which
if
means the
two
Monokuma
bodies had
file
been
is
found,
wrong.
there really should have been two announcements.
I can't remember what it says.
That's what I
Maybe
thought too.
Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
AKA,
But what
I got lazy.
can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
And
That
whenever
didn't answer a
dude died
question,
upstairs,
man.
it
Yeah, it does.
You're a lazy bum.
He did answer your question here.
that was
I think
plenty.
Byaku's also on it.
He said it's only
Hero
broadcast
and
when a
Hina are gonna
body
be
is
the last ones
discovered
at the-
for the first
Yeah,
time.
they made it super
Which
obvious.
means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the
I kind of been
announcement
sucking
again.
at this one. I'm usually pretty good.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
We did hear too at one point, didn't we?
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. First time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the
both
equipment
bodies were
room.
rediscovered.
And the second time was
When both bodies were rediscovered?
Yeah.
Sorry, I fucked that
We
up.
heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies.
I'll get some water.
A body has been discovered.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality,
It was
when
just
the
being
two
discovered
dead
for the
bodies
first
were
time.
rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
I love my
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Oh,
Meaning he
but
wasn't
he was
actually
dead the
found
second time?
dead
But he
until
woke
we
up
came
and talked
upon
to
him in the
what's-her-face.
repository.
When Hina cried
That's
on
just
him.
part
That's
of
when
it.
they rediscovered
There's
him.
one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive
Come
in the
on,
nurse's
don't fucking
office.
do this.
I
Like,
don't
it
know
was
why this is
airtight,
happening.
and now it's not.
Because he was super good at playing dead!
I don't know.
That
Not
is
wrong.
the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay, then. Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
All right, we actually need this
Then it should
flashback.
become clear whether he
Because now
was
we're
really
confused.
alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone.
That's right! Let's do it!
Arguments, glasses, maybe.
Hifumi's glasses.
Wonder which.
Well, are we gonna talk about how he
evidence
wiped
it
it
is.
off? Or do I need to get another
Well,
bullet in the
here's
table?
one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's
Can I
body
do
was
it?
in the
Oh, no,
nurse's
no,
office.
there's
That's
no
true.
this one, yeah.
And then,
I'll just
when
point
Mr.
at it,
Lazarus
say
in
it.
the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Okay, let me get that time.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Okay.
But when you compare his body before being moved
Here we
and
go.
his body after
Right.
he moved,
Oh, I might use a bullet here.
other than the change in how it was positioned,
Okay.
there was no notable difference.
Right here, his glasses. Give me that!
There we go.
I don't know if I'm 10 by 10, but I'm 10 for 10 now.
argument.
No, it's wrong.
You shot me.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the
I see what he did
nurse's
there.
office and the
One clear
repository.
difference.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Give me a second. Celeste.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Yeah, because he poured it all over his face.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
I feel stupid that I missed such an easy thing too, but I guess you really would have to look at that when
I
you
found
just see
the
the
items
shots of the
used
bodies
to wipe
laying
them
there.
clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Oh
The
shit.
evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office.
Oh, what was the thing that cleans his
This
glasses?
thing right here.
There it is.
It was the
Take that!
hammer.
Got it! You know what? He says
was
got
a
it, but I like
glasses
take that
cleaning
better.
cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
Take that, take that.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
Oh, it's
This
Puppy's
piece of
princess.
cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
That's right.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess
Yeah, don't act like you don't know what it
Princess
is.
Pickles,
from
though.
Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
Pudgy princess. Yep.
I highly doubt
surprised you
anyone
remembered.
but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Exactly
I see your
right.
point.
Hifumi is low
And the
key,
only
you know,
people here
low-key a
who wear
creep.
glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Have to
Then
trust
there's
him on
no
this one.
question.
I don't think he would
It
either.
belonged to Hifumi.
It's just so funny.
So what you're saying is...
He wiped his glasses because he was still alive and couldn't
What
see.
I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
I think Hero needs to
Even
die
if
just
that
for
is
being
true,
dumb.
It does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a
Why
clean
are you
pair of
making it
glasses
so obvious
other than the
already?
glasses owner?
That's right.
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
That's what we're
So
saying.
let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see.
And he runs
Then he
upstairs.
stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse.
And then she's like, oh my
Copious
god,
corpse.
possible. Missing. And everybody keeps saying, copious corpse. Step over to this other room. What a wonderful phrase.
And I cried for nothing?
What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
We know what it is.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies.
Yoko with the kill
He
steal.
probably used one of those.
That's disgusting, though.
He figured if he was gonna play
Pouring
dead, he should
somebody
go
else's
all
blood on
out.
his own
So he
head?
just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
It is.
The one who moved Taka's corpse was
Hifumi.
Taka himself.
Sakura. Got it. It was Sakura. She's like, what? What are you talking about?
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed
So
to the
Hifumi killed
repository.
Taka and somebody
But
killed
when we got
Hifumi?
there, the door was locked.
The repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
He was
And it
inside
could
with
only
the
have been
body.
Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the
What if
assailants.
Hifumi's alive right now?
But that means
Holy
he took
crap.
part in the murders.
He did it.
I'm so excited right now.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble,
That would
would
actually
you
be
like
hilarious.
me to show you one more piece of
Yes,
evidence?
please.
Yes!
There's more?
But wait,
Oh,
there's more?
absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yes.
The item he
you're gonna
took
pass
off
it
of
on to
Taka's
me!
lifeless body?
It's funny how Kyoko's like
Thing that Hifumi
solving
stole
it
from
when
Taka.
she wasn't
Could it
even
be?
there. She didn't even investigate, really.
She didn't get to see
She just saw the bodies and was just like, these two things. And then
The
just,
note.
just hearing
Give me
it.
that note.
Got it.
You're talking
On
about
it.
the note
Done.
Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
But rigor mortis had already set in, so he had to tear it.
That's right.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Not in the middle area, guys, okay?
Don't think about his pants. Don't even think about his pants.
Yes.
Why you gotta say it like that,
No,
Sakura?
forget about the pants.
I don't
Take
want to
a look
think
at what
about
the
his
Take a look
pants.
at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape.
Maybe we can
Monokuma
use
can't
to
find out, so
escape.
don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different.
Yeah.
In my note it said,
Yeah, we know it said
Monokuma
7
can't
a.m.,
find
right?
out, so don't tell anyone else for
Don't
now.
tell
1
anyone else
a.m.?
Let's
about my
meet in the
pants.
rec
My bad,
room
G.
at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
You just said it was
Another
not
person.
the
You
same.
just said it's different.
Sometimes it's just
another
like
person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been
Hifumi's
Hifumi's
pants.
pants?
That's
Oh, okay, I really
who
wanna
the
pick
person
this.
was. Hifumi's
Taka's
pants.
pants.
Because his pants are a person.
Hifumi's pants!
That's right.
Bro, you guys
Taka.
gotta be killing me.
I need to
Killer
know.
used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
If Hifumi's pants could talk, then we'd figure out who did the murder.
Objection! Objection! I don't really
I love
understand what's
genocide
going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
TikTok.
What the fuck are you talking
Please stop
about?
using
Just
pet
Genocide
names
Jill
for
knows about
everyone.
TikTok?
TikTok is
Come on.
Taka and Huffy
We're
is
big
Hifumi,
mad.
right?
We are
What do
big
you
mad.
think?
Yes! You ruin it every time!
Man,
with-
Genocide
I'm
Jack
with
is
Jill
seriously
on
scary,
that
but still, I can't let her get to me.
I'll be right.
She's not attacking you, Photo.
What's happening?
Make your argument.
Attacking Hina.
Who deserves it, by the way? Oh, here you go!
Oh my god, we finally get multiple.
Like, besides assembling like
had
the
the note,
comic
right?
strip stuff, this is also my
Yes.
favorite part
Then
of
the
this.
person it was intended for.
How do I
must have been
switch my
Huffy
bullets?
and it was intended
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Broken wristwatch,
But remember
glasses
what the
cleaning
note
cloth.
said. What time did it say to meet?
Broken wristwatch! No.
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't
It
matter!
does.
Time does matter.
Yes, it And it does! has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah, it does.
Wrong.
Give me that!
Broken wristwatch. This has everything to do with TikTok. TikTok,
I'm on
motherfucker.
board today. I don't know what it is. I
do
think it's the
TikTok.
water.
Here's making
I
us
think it's the
freaking
water.
longer.
It's got
No,
some secret
there
sauce.
absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're all by yourself.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. You've already proven that using his wristwatch.
Yes, sir.
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
At the same time.
The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that in the note to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka. Plenty to show that this note.
Well, when you put it like that.
No further objections.
Then someone used that note to
Go
trick
back to
Taka.
thinking about Hifumi's
Just the
pants.
same as me.
That's right. It was definitely a
Culprit
setup.
really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He was trying to hide the evidence.
Pants, no less.
Most likely,
We're not gonna
Hifumi
get
stole
away
it off
from the
Taka's
pants.
corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
You know about
Show
him.
us.
He's just making us.
Yeah.
He's just making us
Oh,
do
the
everything.
ripping
Paper stuck in his hand.
Right here.
Whatever.
Mr. Byakuya, you want me to show you some proof? Then take this, you son of a bitch!
Got it!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
Yup, ripped off like the corner hole that it is.
It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's
That's right.
scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup.
Like
They're
how the
from the
face
same
jumping
piece
out.
of paper.
Oh, so intense.
I thought that was
Hifumi
obvious.
had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
He was trying to
There's
get rid of
only
the
one
evidence.
way
of
to
course.
explain it.
Taka died clutching the note.
Yeah,
Hifumi
because
tried to
Hifumi
free
wrote
the
it.
note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
You did, as
That
usual,
means
darling.
Hifumi
Did
knew
that.
the note was important.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which proves that he was
the
an accomplice
He
in
didn't
the
actually
murder.
kill anybody.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Maybe
In
it was
fact,
Celeste.
He was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sit down.
No.
He's not.
I'm glad we don't have to disprove
He's definitely
that.
dead.
When we found him in the repository,
They
Hifumi was
found them,
truly
and then
completely
Hina came in and was like, no.
The
You stab
second
him
body
just in case?
discovery
He's like,
announcement
I'm genuinely
proves that.
confused.
Thank you for not making us
Right?
truthful
That's why
at
I'm
that.
confused.
So then,
Yeah.
who killed Hifumi?
Still, we haven't quite
That's
figured
what
out.
I'm
Whoever
worried
did
about.
is the mastermind.
I think I know.
The true killer.
Only out
I'm
of
calling
was
Celeste
killed in the
now. I said
repository.
Sakura in the beginning,
So
but
he
I'm going with
must have been
Celeste. and I'm
killed
sticking
not
to it.
long after transporting
So
Taka's
did they really have a
body.
mind
There
to
must be
kill
something I
Taka?
don't know.
Was it an
It must
accident
have
and
been
they had to
killed
cover it up? That's the
after
part I don't
Taka's
get.
body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even
What
more.
could it be?
He's
And what
going to have
might
like
that
something
be?
really good to say.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
You mean one of the hammers?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But
Okay.
Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Oh, he was killed by one of the,
So
the
if
hammers.
Hifumi
and
was
it was
killed in
clean.
the
It wasn't
repository,
valid, that was clean right
culprit
off.
would have had to grab one of the hammers,
The one that
kill
Makoto found.
Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Yeah.
Go, hero!
That'd be seriously
Yeah, it's
risky
like the
for him.
smartest thing he's ever said.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of
Right.
a brain knocking around that skull
Well,
of
that's
yours
about as
after
close to a
all.
compliment as you're gonna get.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good.
Yeah, I love Hero.
Shaggy, don't
Oh,
change.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar
Okay, can you guys ask
instruments.
Makoto now? Because
Yeah.
I know
But if
exactly
the
what it
hammers
is.
were already laying around those other rooms.
So the question
That's okay,
is,
we got evidence for
how
that.
could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
They didn't.
So
Sure,
which
you
hammer
don't.
was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were
Neither.
accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then
Come on.
Is it not
Don't think too
possible
hard,
they
I got
used a different weapon?
Yeah, we have
I don't think
evidence.
it is. I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Mostly.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Point it over to Makoto, please. The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I have to find the truth.
Well, we will find
We
the
got
truth.
this.
Here we go. What do we got?
Bam! Make your argument.
Spotless hammer, there you are.
Spotless hammer. All right.
Spotless hammer. All right, let's think.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
Me too.
How will move around so freely with a weapon?
Are you being surprised by my dancing?
Them carrying it.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Yeah.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
One thing seems pretty clear.
I'm gonna check later.
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, what's wrong with that? Oh, it's a clean freaking hammer.
I love the slow-mo.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
Right.
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones,
Some
and
as big
even
as your
some
head.
flat
Some as big as your
flat
head.
ones.
I
I
was gonna
think
say
whoever
medium-sized
made the
ones,
Justice
yours is
hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Stole them.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they're
If that's
missing.
true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Yeah, probably whoever he was
Whoever
working
did
for.
that
What a
is the true killer.
what a way to go.
The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Right.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Did he know that?
True.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did.
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but
Spinnies wasn't around when we actually talked about
that is
it.
an interesting point.
All right.
Yeah.
Make your
It's hammer. Still.
Right here. Come on. Oh, God,
We're
no!
gonna have to.
Dang it!
Rules that have been made out for us.
This is where I keep
Even
getting
if more
stuck.
than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on
Jimmy,
this.
no! Okay.
That is how the rule was
Well,
explained to us.
Never mind.
But
I'm
that
so sorry
only
about
really
that.
applies
You know
if
what?
there's
I
one
think I know
murder,
what it is.
right?
I have to take the
In
last
this
statement
case,
and shoot
however,
it at a
there were
cop.
two
Okay,
murders.
let me take.
We're just stealing Kyoko's words.
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who
Sorry it
actually
bothers
carries
you.
assuming the rule
Hashtag
holds.
feminism.
Give me that!
No, it's wrong.
What?
It's wrong.
I really think it's a lesson.
Hot
Since
button
there were
topic.
two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
That's right.
What do you mean?
Hifumi killed Taka, so
If
who
there's
killed
only
Hifumi?
been one murder, then yes,
See, she
the idea
did.
of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Makoto,
The
come
payoff
on,
for
man.
working together.
Such an idiot.
The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Right.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Right.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
What if
And
two
based
separate
on the
murders
case's
happen at the
events,
same time?
Hifumi would have been the
Would you
first
just
one
have
to
back-to-back
act,
trials?
murdering Taka.
But he's not the
They
mastermind.
made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed
Very
someone,
good, Makoto.
creating two separate incidents. And it only looked
Hifumi
like
killed
one
Taka
person
and somebody
because
killed
that's
Hifumi.
how the true killer designed it to look.
This is a great
Single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
Yes, sir.
And a
By
scapegoat.
creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Yeah, but we already debunked
The
all that stuff.
mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the
I'm not
very
happy that
beginning.
Hifumi was double-crossed when he died. That
That's just
sucks.
awful.
But you gotta
How
be
could
a
anyone
little
be so
smarter in this
cruel?
kind of game, don't you?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice
It's
seems
Celeste, who was like freaking in love with her anyway.
No,
And
it's
made her
easy.
freaking
The effort
win,
made
make
to
her team,
convince
Joe.
us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing.
She is.
Although
When you
she
think
never
about it,
fucking
she's
told
almost
us
too
anything.
amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
Hide your boner.
I
You're
understand
standing
how
up.
an accomplice
And you've
could
got the
be
thing in
involved.
front of you.
But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up until now, the way the
I'm
case
kind of
has
lost
unfolded,
now. I don't
when
know
you
who
consider
this
all
is.
that,
'Cause
there's
I thought
really only
Hifumi
one
was
person
just
who
the
seems to
murderer.
fit.
Are they
Oh my
saying
God, are you
Kyoko's the
serious?
murderer?
It was Sayaka.
I don't know.
Sayaka Maizano. See who's alive. Byakuya.
My guess would be Celeste or Kyoko.
You remember? Do you remember when I was talking about when all that shit was happening? You know, and there was all the flashbacks and stuff. Celeste was always like conveniently like, "I'm here. Here I am. Whoa, what's going on here?"
Well, she's also the only person who was also involved in a hammering, should they say.
That's
and she
true.
took the picture and... man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess Celeste.
Oh yeah, because like Hifumi probably posed for the picture with like the costume.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
We saw it really
I'm
early
gonna
on.
assume
Yes! Here's my
Oh, I'm
answer.
right.
Oh,
Here's
my
answer.
I
was
forgot
Celeste.
right, I guess.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual
Okay, I mean,
now,
I thought it was
am
her,
I?
but I didn't have enough evidence to really
I
think it
really
might be
do like
Celeste.
this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
That sounded weird. I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
I mean,
that
I
would
can
go
tell you
within
didn't like
10
it.
feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Oh, they go to accent.
Whoa, she has no more accent?
It's so funny when that happens.
Oh, she is French.
Just
Bro,
to
she
be
just
clear,
screamed her
there is
accent.
evidence to support it.
Is that so?
Don't
Yeah.
go against Miyaki. What
Throughout
are
the
you doing?
investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is that only Hifumi and
Pants are
Celeste
back,
had
you
in
guys.
common?
The pants. I can't
Suspicious
believe.
individual.
What happens
Yes.
if you choose the pants? I need to know. Someone tell me.
The behavior
Someone
they
else
had
tell
in
me.
common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
So, real
Doesn't
quick, what do you think about that odd voice change?
I think she created a character to be this entire time. Like, I think that's her gambling character,
Interesting.
and it hides her.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
You can't just hog the
The
spotlight.
adults are talking now.
Byakuya.
Whoa, hey!
I've been the
Push
one
your own
that
identity.
saw
As he
this
said,
whole
only
case.
Celeste
I mean,
and
but
Hifumi
collectively-
have laid eyes on the costumed
Then why are you being a
individual.
dick about it?
If
I
we
mean,
don't
you
know
just
that
said
Hifumi
something that
was one of
nobody
the
has said
culprits,
yet.
we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not
Yeah,
too
nobody
long
ever
after
saw him,
that,
except
do you
Celeste.
remember what Celeste said?
saw a shadow, so the movement on the top
Right,
of the
she's
stairs.
the one who saw the shadow.
Oh yeah, nobody else saw
We
the
headed
shadow.
to the second floor
That's
specifically
right.
because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
baseballs shot at me.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong?
Celeste, what's wrong?
It's rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man.
Oh, that
He
does
ran
have
off as soon
different
as I
meaning now.
screamed. Walking the
she
stairs,
was
so he headed further down
directing
the
us.
hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
What an elaborate plan.
Oh, but when we got up,
Right.
You gotta admit, she's
then
pretty smart
he
to
moved
put
the
it
body
all
while
out
everybody
there.
And
was
here
in the
she
nurse's office, right?
directs us again.
Like she knew what she was doing.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Oh,
I'm
and
glad
there
he's
would be
gonna
only
give
one
that.
announcement.
Celeste was
Really
precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
True.
Right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
She sure did. And she, like, created
That seems
the
much
groups.
more interesting.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're goth queen. She's
well,
a schemer.
If Celeste
fine.
and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events
Yeah, I mean,
suddenly
yeah, sure.
become connected.
What you gotta say? You're quiet now?
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Wow, that I didn't put together.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I didn't even think about that.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found
more?
Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Oh, that's
You
true.
wanted to make
mean,
sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
His head looked caved in and there was
There
a
still
hammer
was that
next
one
to
thing
it.
she said that I think
don't
was
believe
wrong. When
it.
she was like, "We're all
Everything.
gonna die here."
The whole
Like
thing
those
was one
two
big
guys.
act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
It sure
Very.
does.
Wouldn't
Oh
you
my
agree,
gosh.
Celeste?
Monstrous.
I have no idea
Celeste,
what
why
you
did you
mean.
do this?
Don't bother trying to
Well,
deny
I
it.
really liked you.
You made one.
This is how I'm gonna deny everything. Clay, did you not take out the garbage? I have no idea what you mean.
And then the bag of garbage just hit you in the side of the head.
Well, at 10 a.m., past the garbage collection time, the garbage can was outside. And if we look at the job board, it says your name there. That is simply not possible.
I've got it!
So they let you go.
Fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can
That's what I
say
was trying
that
to figure
one
out. I
little
wanted to
slip
see if
up
somebody was
your
going to slip up.
undoing.
I've been paying close attention, but I didn't figure out what it was.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Remember what it was?
What was that?
No, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. I thought she meant
Oh, she didn't know that there had been multiple deaths at this
understand
point.
what's so strange
you are correct.
Then pay attention.
Maybe
Sakura,
not. Maybe that's what they're
Toko,
alluding
and
to.
I were
Push
first
the
to
button.
discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then
Oh, that's
Makoto
so
showed up and told
good.
us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
That's like when Mondo
the
called
entire
Chihiro
time we were
dude.
together,
It's just
none
like,
of us said anything
Yeah.
about Taka being dead.
I kind of assumed that she was talking about the
Think
people
about
who
it.
died in the
Celeste's
past.
comment
like Mondo,
doesn't make
Sayaka,
sense. It was
Junko.
completely out of place.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I mean, she could have been talking about
Although
the
I
people
don't
that had
really
died
get what it
previously.
means.
Oh dear.
You hear that?
You don't have to talk, honey.
Everyone's having some trouble understanding.
He's
Can you
such a
repeat what you
bitch.
said? If you're really not the
He's
culprit,
so
you shouldn't have
sassy.
any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to?
You just explained
I kind of
it.
get it.
Why do we have to?
So does that make sense to you guys? Like what I said?
Break it down to brass
It kind of feels
tacks.
like it meant that she was talking about the people
It's
from
never
the
the
previous
Monokuma
cases.
file. It never has
You
been.
know,
Wait, hold on, F2
you gotta
or
take
whatever?
everything.
But that's how we all say life.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened, confused. They must be positively elated.
Man, the best actress goes
We are
to.
all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's
That wasn't it? Right here. So strange.
Copy this one, the
It
last
was
one.
strange that she
And
said
then
those guys. That's what I
am
have to tell
gonna
them.
shoot the bullet at those guys.
She should have warned him about Hifumi's death.
It's just like we're directly
They must
pointing
really
out
be
what's so
enjoying
strange.
this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be
Because that was
positively
the part
elated. We
that
are
was so
all going
strange.
to die here. We are going to die.
This.
Just like
Give me that!
Yeah.
Sounds like
This is one of those last ones again. It's kind of a
what's her
recurring
name?
theme in this one.
Nicki Minaj when she does that.
That's
We're
right.
all going to.
Just when it slowed down.
Just like
She
those
talks about
guys
that guy
died.
with a thing in his
When
eye.
she said that, none
Yeah.
of us had
Sounded
told her
like-
Taka was dead.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
slipped.
And we didn't run into her
Boy,
until
that guy has one
after
hell
we
of a
were all
photographic
out in the
memory.
hall.
Yeah.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations.
Damn, she
You know
going
that?
hard.
You know that?
You're still pulling this
Imagination.
Dahlia Hawthorne thing on me.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
It was staged. Wait,
This
no.
isn't how you
That's
explain
true.
this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away.
Huh. Maybe it was on a
It has to
timer?
be some kind of setup, right?
Dun dun dun.
So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's
Well,
timer
did the
to
camera have a timer?
No,
set up the picture.
It was you in
Have
there.
you so quickly forgotten?
Dummy.
You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Maybe he was just holding
Photoshop?
him on his back.
Plus,
trying
I
to leave
happen
him.
to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Because I tried that.
In other words,
Yeah.
it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
I got it! No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations?
Wrong?
No. What about
I
it?
believe her.
It wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
The suspect of dancing, the suspect of been drinking.
Oh,
Hifumi's dragging the
I
suspect.
mean, the
Hifumi
suspect
is
was
dragging the
drinking.
suspect away.
It's
Can I see
not
that
a
picture
picture
one more
of the
time?
suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the
He's
suspect
trying
away.
to carry the guy on his back.
We got it.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply
having
been
a
led
really
to
hard time
believe that
seeing
it's the
that
other
right
way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Damn right, hero. Tell her like
Such
it
a
is.
thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh, there's gonna be some fighting
Celeste
up in
thinks
here.
she
I
can prove that
hate to
there's
see
no
it.
way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible?
Alright,
I
let's see
guess
what
we're
you
about
gotta
to
say
figure it
about
out right now.
Probably something about the Tom.
Robo Justice costume, Yasuhiro's message, Robo Justice blueprints.
Robo Justice, Yasuhiro's
You know what?
message, Robo
Let me
Justice.
lock in the Robo Justice
Dressed me up
bullet
in
real
that
quick.
suit after I passed out.
No, it's gotta be the costume.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Oh, she didn't sound like that.
Okay, no,
It kind of makes me
sure
question
about
if it's
that
going
one.
to
That's
work
why I
or
didn't
not.
have
It kind of
confidence
makes
in that.
sense, and then it can't be argued back.
Even if the person inside the suit
camera's
were
coming too
unconscious,
close.
they can still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
You can't bend.
You totally can't bend at the waist.
That's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Look at her. We haven't seen that portrait
So
yet.
Wesley and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh,
suppose this is a checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh, Celeste.
Oh, here we go.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Everybody here, like, with personality?
So
Clearly,
angry right now.
You are
Look at
clearly in
her.
your little guilty box. Well, there's one
I don't want to
little
cram you into my little
rat.
guilty
You're really
box.
not right.
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
He said Hero's name.
Yeah, because he was
Girl,
in
stay
on the
consistent.
act.
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhi.
And then he went,
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear.
Why
Was
is
it
she so
not?
high-pitched
Why is her voice so high-pitched?
Said, and I quote,
because he was still in on the
Yasuhiro.
act.
Wait a minute.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Oh.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Wasn't it like stated
hell
or
are
at
you
least hinted
talking
that that
about?
wasn't her real name and she
I'll
uses
tell
like
you
a
a
fake
lot.
one?
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back
unhinged.
to how
I
Hifumi
love
used to talk
unhinged
to
Celeste.
us. Used
Ditto.
to talk. How did
He
he
said for
refer to
serious
each of
lives,
us?
he said people's last names, he gave everyone nicknames, right?
Yeah, for
God.
serious, it's Yasuhiro.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he always said our
Our
last names.
last names. He called us all by our
I
last
actually didn't even
names.
know the answer to that one.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Nayagi more than once, for example.
yeah.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
Huh?
This is weak.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his
Well, you're
first
guilty,
name.
Celeste. Sayonara,
Indecent?
motherfucker.
Don't talk.
Chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
Oh no.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he
What's the
said
last
doesn't
last name?
apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste.
That's right.
She never actually
But
told
then
us what
why
her
would
real
Hifumi
name
actually
is.
call her by her real name?
What
just say
did
Celeste.
you just say?
It's two syllables.
To think
It saves you time while
take
you're
your
dying. You're like,
false accusation so far. I don't know whether to laugh or spit.
Good voice acting.
Oh, that was
Come
nice.
on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
I mean,
Scarier
right
than
there,
Jack.
I don't want to be the one to say it, but
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay,
little?
then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg, could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
It's not your real name.
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. What is that, Makoto? What are you gonna do?
Alright.
What are you even gonna do, huh?
Man, this thing's
You act like you're a real
still
lawyer.
good. E-handbook, spotless hammer.
E-handbook.
Shows message. Okay, it's gotta be the e-handbook, right?
Yeah, let's see the
Do
e-handbook.
it. Show us
Okay,
your
I'm gonna put that bullet.
e-handbook.
I'm gonna lock that thing in.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last
Yeah,
name.
let's see that e-handbook
It
right
would
now.
have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
And
How many
Kyoko.
times do I have to tell you?
No, her name's Kyoko Kirigiri.
Oh, that's right.
Celestia Ludenberg, God!
Okay, sure,
Why
bud.
is it upside down?
How long do
Sure,
you plan
bud.
to go on
Celestia
pretending?
Ludenberg, what are you, German?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have
Right
no
here.
way
No
to
way
contradict
you.
me,
I don't think so.
Bye. I think that's the one right
No,
there.
tell us that name. Right here, right now.
No, it's wrong.
No.
No, it's wrong.
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Put up your handbook.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. It also has many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Guilty person would say.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please.
Do it.
Just tell us.
She's saying please like she's not about to get executed.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because
Oh, she's breaking.
Because until the game's over,
Ma'am?
you never know what might happen.
Let me
late.
find that.
I want to go
Let
to
me
bed.
settle it. Let me go over the case
Okay,
again.
now I gotta put it all
From the
Hey!
beginning. And shed light
I
on
love
all
this
your
part.
crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Let's put together everything. The climax.
All right.
Let me
I
make
love
you face what you
climax.
did.
The killer is you.
The killer is you.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was
I think that's wrong already.
Got
It's
it.
not the bag of chips.
Yeah.
Shake hands.
That's right.
Why is it looking so crazy?
with an accomplice. The killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Clock, tick, tick, tick.
These are fun. I really like
They
these
convinced someone to meet
comic
them in the
book ones.
rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Got that one right.
Damn.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him,
They put him in the costume.
they
Then they
drugged
pose for pictures.
knocked him out,
Ultra Magnus.
and stuffed him into the Robo Justice suit.
That would be so hard.
I know.
Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Man, I'm getting this all right.
And he's
I'm happy about this.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
And smack.
Poor Taka.
And that's where
Had a
Hifumi
pot.
killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured
I do
Hifumi
enjoy this music.
to sell us that story. With these two incidents,
the chanting.
the killers were able to create a
Yeah.
certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Oh, my head.
What was Hifumi's plan?
Okay, I was
When
right
they
about
went
that.
to trial and then blamed Hiro, that means Hifumi
while we
and
did
everybody else
that,
would die because
we
they
left
obviously got
Hifumi
the wrong
alone in the
suspect.
nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Like, why did he help her out? He would have died in the trial.
Took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Gross. That's how you get hepatitis.
Still trying to
He
figure out
let
why
out a
Hifumi
scream
even
to
agreed
draw
to
us back. And when we returned, that's what we found.
For all that dancing around with blood, he only has a little bit on
The
his
other
face.
group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement,
Unbelievable.
we naturally
This is
assumed
so
it was for
good.
Hifumi.
Act 6.
Yo, who in here? We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Can't believe I got this all right.
God, it's going so fast.
He wrapped
Proud of
Taka's
myself.
body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi
look, I did
didn't
so
know what
good.
the
Oh my
true
God, I'm the
killer
best.
had in mind for their final act.
Dance he's doing.
And he got his ass back. That's
Their
Dun,
plan
dun.
all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Byakuya!
Celeste.
Bam, baby.
Whoa.
Are you gonna kiss?
Kissing?
Oh, they're making out.
It's Celeste. Ooh,
Wow, that's cool effect.
What scene is that?
That was weird.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Good job, Makoto
killer
and
is-
everybody.
Girl. Oh,
I'm lost.
despair.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such
Oh, that's right. She
words?
never loses a bet.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Oh, you can drop the axe.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Yeah, I killed him. Whatever.
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
I actually kind of want
I,
to see her die. because she's
Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh, shit.
Wow,
that name?
Taiko
Come on.
Yasuhiro.
You finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
You sure about that?
Oh, she's doing an accent the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm the kind
That
of
is
person.
Wow, so it just
Goodness
ends.
gracious.
Look at that.
What's
the
what we
end?
got?
How did
Can
I
we
do
tell
that?
me?
The killer is.
Full-time battle.
Ew! Hey.
Oh,
I like
hey.
Celeste.
You averaged it out.
Sorry,
Nicely done.
you lose.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's getting smug.
was
Okay,
good.
Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Wow.
Or
Just like that,
no.
huh? Well, I'm scared
No,
about
I
this.
suppose this is the end. Isn't it?
The end.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have done
Such a
that.
clever case.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for.
I don't know if I want to see
vote.
this.
Okay? Okay. If
feel
you
bad
would,
for her, Jay.
please
Don't feel bad
locate
for
your
her.
lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's time for me to die.
It'll be like
is
in
it
Among
gonna
Us where
be?
everyone votes for
Everyone?
Celeste and there's one vote for like
Not
Kyoko.
now we all die.
Yeah, it's like, why did you vote for, what the fuck? Like, for the rest of the
Go.
game.
Celeste, Celeste,
Dude, what?
Celeste.
What? I don't know, just vote with
Got
it.
her.
She's guilty.
Oh,
got her.
man.
I'm gonna miss Celeste.
Well,
I'm
she's
gonna miss
gonna die.
Hifumi.
Mission
I'm not ready.
accomplished.
I'm really liking the
100%.
characters that are dying now.
I still don't. I mean,
Some
it's like
gambling
it's
thing.
so overly complicated.
It's
like,
basically a formality at
why
this
did
point, but
Hifumi
once
know that
again,
her
you're
last name was
totally correct.
Yasuhiro? Like,
The Blackened, this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Teiko Yashihiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew
So you really did approach Hifumi about this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying.
My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So
then, did you use...
Wait.
You know...
What did
I
she...
knew you'd figure it out,
use
Kyoko.
snow?
You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice. I used her.
Oh,
For
that's
everyone
weird.
who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
What? What are you talking about?
Just
Don't
a second.
interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here.
I see. So she's actually, this is weird. She's actually not bringing up alter ego.
Because she weirdly cares for these other people who just sentenced her to death.
Right.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it. That's
Indeed.
right. And
I
you used
see.
it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again.
Last night, after we had our meeting about how to disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Wow, look at his
What are you
room.
doing here?
He's got like
I
a
was
bunch of
hoping I
figures
could
and
talk to you.
stuff. Look at the
Alone.
anime costume.
It is
in the
about
back.
what was
Wow.
stolen. I know who did it.
What?
Oh, she
Are
pitted
you
them against each other.
Taka. He stole it. And I
So
have
then-
proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera.
At least she's
I'd
not
taken
like spilling the
right
beans,
to
even though
Taka's
she knows she's
room
about to
earlier
die.
and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As
Please
for me,
forgive me. He threatened me.
He did?
He came to
As
my
for
room
me-
last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say.
Girl,
Abuse
okay.
me. Oh,
My
Jesus.
last thread that I had for
Yeah.
you is now.
Bro.
How you
So-
gonna say
such
that
a
my
He
liar.
said if I did not
Assaulted
do as he asked, he would show them
Wow.
to everyone.
Yeah, these allegations.
So I had no choice.
That's a crime. An absolute crime.
God.
I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't imagine how enjoyable that was.
Can't
I
express.
can't express.
Yeah.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
No more pizza,
I'm going to
please.
kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
most
Wait,
unfortunate.
please. If you go now, you'll be playing
that's
right
cute.
into his hands. Taka is
Actually-
planning to use her to escape. And he has made you
Oh
his
man,
target.
she is
Escape?
a
You don't
criminal
mean-
mastermind.
Taka is going to try to kill you.
Indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself.
That bastard. Bastard.
Can we allow
Honestly.
him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She.
I swear I will save her!
Then,
Actually,
would you like to join with me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
That's not suspicious.
Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable.
Wow.
The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Yeah,
Indeed.
it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're
Because
dumb.
we're stupid.
Yeah.
That's it?
Sad, but
And in that
Stupid?
regard, I made the right choice.
Wait a second.
I'm so
You
glad
mean
your
to tell me
stupidity surpassed
I'm
my every
stupid?
expectation. Life
That's
must
it.
have been tough on your parents.
As soon as I get
though.
out of here, I'm going right to CVS
feel like
and
I
buying
could
one of those
cry.
home stupidity
Wow.
tests.
But when you're explaining your
That'll
plan to
show you.
Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are
That's
you okay
simple.
with this?
After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
And you really believe that?
Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical.
I can't wait till he's dead.
I just matched the lie to
Yeah,
the
I
level of the
really look
opponent.
forward to him
In
dying.
fact,
They kinda
Hifumi
set it up
ate
that way. Yeah.
He
You
believed
really
the
want him
lie
and Genocide
wholeheartedly
Jill to
right up until the
eat it.
moment of
Yeah.
his death.
So he planned to kill him all along.
But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
How can human life mean so little to you?
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder
No,
about that.
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things so this far?
Was it really just for money?
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to this. But from the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
Obviously, that was a lie.
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here. I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever. There was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As
And it
for
was
me-
all for that dream.
And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it
To
wonderful?
live in a European castle.
What?
Oh,
Castle?
okay.
Wow. And then Byakuya is
And
kissing
to
his
gather
feet. That's funny.
handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires.
They
and
all look like
satisfy my
vampires, but
allure.
honestly, I'm still with you. I understand.
Once I
It's a good
obtained
dream.
that,
maybe
I would have
kill somebody.
created a perfectly
Okay.
aesthetic world of decadence.
This is
Living
fine.
the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is about.
He's not wrong. Not wrong. I mean, I got Tom here.
Not wrong. Life is about vampire
Combined
buffalo.
with my
Literally,
own
yeah.
winnings and
Mashup.
Monokuma's $10 million
Or
would
forget
have
it.
made that
You're in
dream a
trouble now.
reality. I got right to the edge, but
Unfortunately, I'm about
there
to
is
break.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own need, for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you
That's all there is to me.
understand?
That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared?
My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious.
That's pretty sad.
And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's right.
indeed.
I don't fear death. Kill me
I'm sure in the
however you
cutscene,
like.
my eyes will widen.
But
I'll
you
be like,
know,
oh my
if I
God.
could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it
I
wonderful?
think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
She'll come back to die again? She lost her head. Maybe she could come back as a persona.
You also can't get
Celeste
reincarnated
smiled,
as somebody
though.
from the past.
And when she did, it
Right?
looked to me like a poor effort to force it.
She is
She
scared.
claimed she could fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
You all done? Okay, let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed my peace and must pay the price.
Now then,
If she's
I
strapped
prepared
to a
a
giant slot
very
machine, I don't know
special
what to do.
punishment.
Crush her with a
Let's give
giant
it
pair of dice.
everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
Thanks.
What you got there, Dirk?
I'm 17, huh?
Oh, it's in that locker.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then,
I'm so glad I
take
get to
care,
hear your
everyone.
real voice here in
Perhaps
the
we'll meet
last
again.
moments.
In another life.
Aw.
Man, this game just makes everyone crazy.
voice
You can't reveal
All
it.
right, well, this is it, everybody.
We'll be reincarnated as someone who died 200 years ago.
Time for
Like,
the punishment.
transitioning between the voices during the
Hold my
trial.
hand,
It's
everyone.
cool.
That she did
I'm
a
holding
fabulous
yours.
job. Yeah,
Man,
I loved
how
it.
is she gonna
Yeah,
die?
what's
She's the
happening?
ultimate gambler.
Her eyeballs are jiggling all over the
Die a
place.
gambling way. And she's fake smiling too.
What is this?
Oh
Yeah, we
no,
gotta
oh no,
cast
it's the
it
cast
set up.
she
Burned
wants
at the
it.
stake like a
Is she
witch.
gonna get burned? She's gonna get
rabbit
burned
on
like
the
a
top
witch,
there.
isn't she?
She
Crowd
get
Because
burned
you
at the
have
stake
to
like
watch
a
it.
witch?
Burning
Burning
at the
Versailles.
Versailles.
Wow.
Versailles.
See you later. Creative.
Oh no, being burned alive
You
is
can burn
horrifying.
She's gonna be
anybody.
burned alive.
I can
Remember
burn
when she
somebody right
Was she
now.
for she?
Yeah.
Burn her alive.
She deserves cooking the other day.
Ooh, so stylized.
Come on, Monokuma.
Go
You gotta give me
blind,
something
no.
better than
Junko,
this.
that was fast for her.
Nah, if all she does is burn, this is gonna be lame.
Mondo.
If I ever burn to death, I hope it's by stylized fire.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, amongst all the crowds of Monokuma saying burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh,
Holy crap.
Celeste.
No, burn.
This is very gothic.
Oh, she's still smiling about it.
Oh yeah, she's totally
Oh, wow.
accepting.
You sweaty girl?
She's
Still
shredding a little
smiling.
bit.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh no! What is
fire
oh
started.
god, the fire
She's
engine.
gonna get run over.
They're not gonna get to her in time.
Oh, she
That's
is.
a farce.
Oh, she's gonna get hit by the
Oh
truck.
no!
That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help.
Burn her
Oh.
Ran her over with a fire
Okay, that made it a little bit.
Enough to freaking
Actually, a
burn
little
her.
bit.
Fire
Created
too.
appearance.
Amazing.
She got slammed by that truck, right? Like she got
Sizzle,
riddled by
sizzle.
You're
that.
helping.
Good job.
Good job,
You
buddy.
did it.
I think the fire truck just caused everything to collapse on her.
Wow. That was macabre
Not
as
really sure.
fuck.
Well, she's dead
Well,
now.
starts
kinda
with death,
beautiful
and
until
then
it's
you're
not
not.
Dead.
So the only
fire truck
method that could
It's
have
over.
saved her.
The third
killed her.
execution is over. That one was
Yeah.
Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. For him to just come along and
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value in your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez,
What are you
I
gonna
thought
do?
you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. And it's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided.
don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm sick of people asking me that. Give a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
I'm not
Huh?
telling.
What's the matter?
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
What?
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
No, I mean, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
What did you do?
Meanwhile, you guys go enjoy your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
All right.
Monokuma
What did he do
disappeared,
to her?
leaving us all depressed
What,
and
she
in
robot or
despair.
something?
She's
Although
she,
it wasn't
she like
all
an android or
despair.
something?
There was
Who
one
knows?
small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
Most likely. It's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
What? Huh? Then that means
Celeste probably hid it in there.
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Good idea.
What's the deal
happened
with
to her
I
body?
left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room.
Man.
As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
Why exactly are you going alone?
Do you even have to ask?
As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know.
Then I'll go too.
You.
Please, let me go.
Let me go, Daddy.
Standing
Oh,
here
Daddy?
arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Goodbye. Do whatever you want.
Thank you, Byakuya.
It's up to you now.
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Soup's hungry.
Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko
Are
are
you jealous?
gonna go
Milk jugs?
together?
That's what old
Aw.
Genocide Jill
Does
calls
that
you.
mean what I think it means? Okay. Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone.
I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Well, shall we go?
Yeah.
So then,
we need to get into that locker.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw my bros.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness.
I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed.
As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at school?
Is that why you wanted to come in here with me? Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
Worried?
Like what happened during the
Senpai, you're worried
investigation this
about
time.
me?
You disappeared and we didn't see you again.
Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too.
no! I believe in you.
You believe in me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too.
Oh my
Because
god,
we're
I hope
friends.
something doesn't happen to her in the next chapter because I really
I
want to talk to
understand.
her in the next chapter.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
But then,
Fine.
That's fine.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, I am the
who doesn't get
mastermind
to
spy.
see? My bros,
Tell me,
bro!
what is it?
What
I
I
need
heard
to know.
from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Okay, Makoto, I see you going to action, my guy.
correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet in there, way in the back, sorry.
She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this?
Maybe she's
Well,
trying to
there's
kill
only
me.
Kyoko,
one
what
way
were
to
you doing
find
in the
out.
boys' bathroom?
It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell.
Yes.
The secret Kyoko
massive
told me about.
dumps
Could
into
it
this
really be
bucket.
hidden here?
In here?
Yeah. We just gotta check. Oh, this wall.
Looks like a door, doesn't it?
Looks like there's a door.
She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in.
What the fuck?
At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the
Create my own
wall.
sound effects. Come on,
I had
guys.
no idea what was going on.
What is this, the Harry Potter train station?
Look at this.
I had fallen through the back of the
Where the
storage
fuck
closet.
are we?
Bro, what?
Huh?
Yes.
It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Remember when she
Correct.
just
In the
said
boys'
it?
bathroom on the second floor, there's
the
a storage
boys' bathroom
closet.
on the second
And way in the back of that
There's a
closet,
storage closet.
there's a secret room.
So this is the secret room. Well, what's in here?
Well,
Crumpled up
tissues for
paper.
one.
Some
Alright.
tissues
Some
for your
tissue.
issues. Why is that in here? A bunch of files and what looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Speak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out from the file, and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave.
You must not leave.
That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like,
writing.
I can't leave, but you must
Yeah,
not leave.
I mean, it looks like yours
Yeah, who are you
writing,
to
but
tell me
not
what to do
quite.
on a piece of paper?
What is
You
this?
ain't my father.
My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before.
Hifumi said something about
but
knowing all of this.
I can't quite remember.
I think we've had our brains
What do I
tampered
know?
with.
What don't I know?
Oh shit.
Oh my god, who the hell is that guy?
Who the fuck is that?
Looking like one of those,
damn.
Mexican...
Oh, shit,
What
did we
the
just
fuck
die?
was with
Strange
that fucking
sound rang
venom
out
just
through my
now? Some
head.
shit. What was that?
I felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness.
That's
I don't
called a
understand what's
stick to the
happening.
head.
Yeah.
I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been.
Maybe a couple hours.
Fair.
It would have been cool if like Makoto got murdered and then we switched to like one of the other characters.
Or if like that entered him
Were
into
you thinking
a
that
different...
he was murdered?
I was kind of hoping that.
Oh, okay.
Like not in a
Right, yeah,
morbid
but
way,
just
but like
in
if
an
it twisted
interesting
the
way.
story. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain
Nigga,
in
Rey
my head
Mysterio
proved that much,
folded
at
you,
least.
bro.
Everything is
Everything
gone.
is gone.
An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest.
At least we're still alive.
How did that person know they were there? Like, were they following them
My
the whole
body
time?
was heavy with
Shit,
pain.
you
My
was
mind heavy with
Spider-Man,
body
though.
was heavy.
I dragged myself
Mom's
back
spaghetti.
towards my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me.
Can't see.
I saw myself collapsing right there. And after that,
Mom's brown curry.
as if from a vast distance, I heard a sound.
Can't see in front of me.
It
Oh
was
god,
faint, but
I'm getting
undeniable.
so
myself collapsing right
That
there.
sound.
And
It's
after
coming from
that,
the gym.
Mom's back.
Am I just getting a lift in, bro?
As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger.
Mom's badonger. All right, I'm done. No more of that joke.
crack, daga, gagunk, bagya. What is there, a fucking chicken farm in here?
It's like a Calvin and Hobbes strip.
What's going on? And who's gagunk?
What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here? In the gym?
Are we about
Yeah,
to
let's
witness
check it
a
out.
murder?
I know it's
Wouldn't
not
that be
Mondo.
interesting?
Maybe it's Sakura. Getting that
What's
hardcore
in
lift.
here?
I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more.
What's happening? What is this?
What are they doing? Whoa! What the?
Oh gosh, are they fighting each
Oh,
other?
is that Sakura fighting
What
Mondo?
the hell is happening? Sakura, what are you doing?
I got Mondo on
And
my
before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure. But regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Okay. What the heck?
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
No, don't attack him. You know what
question.
happens.
What's the meaning
Sakura
of
is
this?
so big, she can mess my whole
Dare
life.
you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal.
What fucking deal?
Was it part of the deal?
The deal?
Deal.
Oh,
what
no.
have you
No longer
done?
retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision.
No
I'm going
way.
to resist you.
No,
That's
Sakura,
it. You
not
do
you.
that.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding
She's gonna get
hostage?
killed.
Dad.
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage?
What's he got on you?
Then could it be? Mastermind Spy is...
a deadly fate.
No, my favorite.
Now stop.
Wow, really? Sakura?
A next generation
but she
legend.
likes
Stand
the
tall,
bronze,
so that's hero complete.
This
And, oh, this is the last chapter?
No.
Not her.
It's the end of the chapter.
Oh man, we're down to
Game is the
70
most
students. 3
amazing
students
game.
long.
We're down to
No.
7
We
left,
got a
and
long way to go.
Sakura's
Okay,
the
I had a
spot.
feeling.